The Stone of Scone, also known as the Stone of Destiny, or the Coronation Stone, stands as one of the most potent symbols of Scottish sovereignty. Its history interwoven with legends, political intrigue, and the tumultuous relationship between Scotland and England. Its story begins shrouded in myth, with tales attributing its origin to biblical origins or links to ancient Egypt, although historical consensus points to a more grounded, though still enigmatic, provenance. The most persistent legend claims that the stone was one of the stones used to build the Ark of Noah, later brought to Egypt by the patriarch Jacob, and eventually transported to Scotland by the Israelite princess Scota, who married the Egyptian pharaoh. Another tale posits that it was the very stone upon which Jacob rested his head while dreaming at Bethel, rendering it a sacred object with deep religious significance. Regardless of its true origins, by the 10th century, the stone had become inextricably linked to the coronations of Scottish kings, serving as the central element in the inauguration ceremony held at Scone Abbey near Perth. The ritual involved the newly crowned king being seated upon the stone, symbolizing the transfer of divine authority and legitimizing his rule as chosen by God and the ancestors. Over centuries, the stone's association with Scottish royalty became deeply ingrained in the national identity, fostering a potent symbol of independence and continuity across generations of monarchs. The earliest verifiable historical account of the stone dates back to 1236, when Melrose Abbey was raided and the stone was temporarily stolen by English forces led by Edward I, known as Longshanks, though the stone was recovered shortly after. This incident marked a significant turning point, as Edward began his relentless pursuit of Scottish submission and the incorporation of Scotland into the English realm. In 1296, Edward the Stais invaded Scotland, defeating the Scottish army at the Battle of Dunbar and seizing control of the country. Edward ordered the Stone of Scone to be brought to Westminster Abbey in London, where he placed it beneath the coronation chair, intending to forever link Scottish kingship to English sovereignty. This act was perceived by the Scots as a profound humiliation and a direct assault on their national identity, fueling resistance against English rule. For centuries, the stone remained in Westminster Abbey, used in the coronations of English and later British monarchs, a constant reminder of Scotland's subjugation. Despite numerous attempts by Scottish patriots to recover the stone, all efforts proved unsuccessful, with the stone becoming a symbol of English dominance. The Wars of Scottish Independence, though marked by moments of triumph for the Scots, ultimately failed to restore the stone to its rightful place in Scotland. The Jacobite uprisings of the 18th century, fueled by a yearning for a Stuart restoration and Scottish independence, also failed to achieve the stone's return. However, the desire to reclaim the stone never faded, and in the early 20th century, a wave of nationalist sentiment swept across Scotland. In 1936, a daring raid orchestrated by Scottish students, led by Ian Fleming, the future creator of James Bond, resulted in the temporary removal of the stone from Westminster Abbey. The students, known as the Stone of Scone Raiders, transported the stone to Scotland in a laundry cart, briefly displaying it at Glasgow University before returning it to Westminster Abbey a few weeks later. Though their actions did not permanently retrieve the stone, the raid captured the world's attention and reignited the debate over its rightful ownership. The post-World War II era witnessed a growing consensus within the British government that the stone should be returned to Scotland, reflecting a shift in attitudes towards devolution and Scottish self-determination. After years of negotiations, a formal agreement was reached between the British and Scottish governments in 1996. On July 9, 1996, the Stone of Scone was officially returned to Scotland and placed on display in Edinburgh Castle alongside the Scottish crown jewels. The repatriation marked a symbolic victory for Scottish national identity and a tangible expression of the evolving relationship between Scotland and the United Kingdom. Today, the Stone of Scone remains a powerful emblem of Scottish heritage, a testament to the enduring spirit of a nation that has fought to preserve its identity and traditions. The stone's journey, spanning millennia and continents, embodies the complex and often turbulent history of Scotland's struggle for self-determination. Its return to Scotland signifies not just the recovery of a relic, but the restoration of a symbol of national pride and the reaffirmation of a distinct cultural identity. The Stone of Scone, forever entwined with the coronations of monarchs and the aspirations of a nation, remains a living testament to the enduring power of symbols and the unwavering pursuit of self-determination.